What's up guys, I'm Marcus McDonald. This is Tristan Flynn. He's one of my new clients. We just started training. It's been a little over a month and he's already down 20 pounds. All we've been doing is just killing it in the gym, and now we're just, and he's been cleaning up his diet. So now what we are doing is going into the real style of training in the kitchen. Meal planning, meal prepping. So now we're gonna go in the grocery store and we're gonna get our foods and we're gonna begin that. He's gonna be killing this for about 1, 2, 3 months, and we're gonna see where we're at. The whole goal is to be able to show him what's the difference between carbs, proteins, and fats. How does the body react between certain foods, and so this way it's not just a diet. This is a lifestyle, and that's the transition what we're showing you. So the difference between our goals: he's cutting, I'm bulking. Not for a show, but we're doing this just for a lifestyle. That's the whole purpose of this video, to show the difference between bulking and cutting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside, we're gonna get our foods, we're gonna show you what we're eating, why we are eating these foods to meet our goals, and then after that, what we're gonna do is discuss the difference between the nutrition of bulking versus cutting. And what we're doing.
What do you do?
Look, just get a little smile.
All
right, let's go.
Let's sing it back.
You gotta clean this down every single time, man. Tell you what, you don't even know what's been on here. It's nasty. All right.
And who taught you that?
Okay. Shout out to Lily Rose for that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the produce. The thing about the veggies, if you are cutting, this is the place to go. This is the thing to eat because this is your free carbs. This way, if you're you feel like you're getting hungry throughout the day, grab your veggies. It's gonna keep you full and it's gonna keep you on your goals. Radishes, nitric oxide. That's gonna help with blood flow in your body, so it's good before like working out or just throughout the day. So we're gonna grab some radish, some beets. Let's see here. So the thing about asparagus is gonna help with bloating. So this is something that you definitely should be eating. So when I make smoothies, make juices, it's a big thing. So that's what I'll put like the beets in. So kale, spinach, lemons, apples, different things like that we can add in there.
Let's sing it back.
So things like red pepper, green pepper, onions, these things you can eat with your eggs in the morning. Put a half a cup of each. You're gonna be full. So this is something that you can take in. It's not gonna add to any of your nutritional values, such as your carbs, proteins, fats. These things you can take in and keep yourself full and get your micros. So your micros is your vitamins, your minerals. Good. So now we got that. Let's go ahead and get some fruit. So we're gonna get some apples. I prefer green apples. Green apples is the way to go. What do you like? Apple? What type of apple are you? Green? That's the only way to go.
No, you weirdos.
Nope. No way.
Honeycrisp.
What is Honeycrisp?
It's amazing.
So things like pineapples. Pineapples are anti-inflammatory, but also it just tastes delicious. So you've got some sweet tooth. This is the thing to do. Just go ahead and take this, eat this at night. Just get a avocado for your fats. It's gonna have a lot of good mono, unsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat. It's not your omega-3s though. So usually you can get you a salad, but we're gonna be getting a lot of greens and juices and eating it on the side. Salad, I mean, if it's a preference for you, it's okay. But mushrooms, a lot of benefits to mushrooms. So we're gonna go ahead and get some mushrooms. Okay, so with me, I'm okay with putting on a little body fat. With Tristan, we're dropping body fat. So bacon, gotta go. I love bacon, I gotta have my bacon. Let's go with some original bacon, throw that in there. And then for him, he's gonna get that turkey bacon. Turkey bacon is good. It's delicious.
Good if you cook it crispy.
It's gonna be a lot better for you, less sodium, less type of your fat. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna get lean beef, because if you look at a regular ground chuck, you're gonna have 30 grams of fat and just 4 ounces, only 20 grams of fat or protein. So lean beef, yes, a little bit more expensive, but we're gonna be having only 8 grams of fat and 23 grams. So if I'm taking in 8 ounces, that's 16 grams. So that's going to be what, 46. So there's a big difference when you put 2 servings together. So we're going to take some lean ground beef. Now steak, depending on your goal, if we're trying to cut out certain fats, go with like a flank steak or a sirloin. So what will replace that lean ground beef top sirloin is about the exact same thing. So red meat is good. If you wanted to save, a little bit cheaper option would be just your normal turkey burgers. Turkey burgers are alright, but I prefer the ground beef. but it's going to be about half the price and about the same nutritional fact. So the turkey burger, basically half the price of that lean beef, and then
15 grams turkey?
oh yeah, it's really not bad. Now if you want to just normal turkey, just like chicken, has the same nutritional facts. You get to the 99% fat-free turkey. Here's the thing about chicken. Okay, we want to be economical because we want to make it practical to our lifestyle. Now you could get the healthier chicken. You know where it's coming from, preferably from a different store. But the best way to, if you want to look at it by price wise, and that's the only way you can look at it, then we'll get that bundle. It's about $2 a pound. So you can just get this boneless chicken, go ahead and cook it in the oven, save you a lot of money. So that's up to you. Salmon is the thing to do. Now don't get mixed up between where it says trout versus salmon, because they're gonna look very identical, very similar, and they're two different things. They taste similar though. But with salmon, we get a lot of omega-3s. Very beneficial to salmon. Get that in. I don't care what your goal is. Salmon is the way to go. Put some spice on it. Make it taste good. Shrimp. This is my protein powder. I'm telling you, I can knock out 6 ounces of shrimp before you finish your protein shake. This right here, if you got 2 servings, 6 ounces, you're looking at 40 grams of protein. That's your protein powder. I'm telling you what, food comes first. Big bag. But we got cashews, almonds, walnuts, pecans, things like that. What's your favorite?
I don't really know, but can you tell me what the difference is between like a cashew and a walnut?
Cashew and walnut. So the cashews, we got more monounsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat. As with a walnut, it's gonna have omega-3s. Things like, in your salmon. So that's one thing we gotta look at, is different foods will have different sources of fats, proteins, carbs. Not all carbs are the same, not all fats are the same, not all proteins are the same. So that's one thing we gotta look at, and that's one thing we keep in mind when we are putting into a meal plan. So if we want to look a little bit healthier, we can go with almond, we can go with cashew milk, coconut milk, and that is actually the one I recommend, because in my nutrition class, that was my professor, that was all she preached: coconut, 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 coconut. A lot of health benefits to it. That was something she was really avid about. So benefits of coconut. Go ahead, get some coconut milk. So the thing about eggs, the yolk is fat, which is okay, but a lot of it is just high in cholesterol. So the thing about egg whites versus regular egg whites, this is literally just protein. So this is why we're going to be eating a lot of this. We'll have a few eggs though, and especially if you're doing more of his style of training with nutrition, he'll be having a little bit more eggs than I will, unless if I wanted to. So actually, my mom got me the hookup with the eggs. She got like multiple chickens and they're producing some eggs. So the thing about it, cage free, it's a good thing. You want to know, I don't want my eggs coming from a whole bunch of chickens coop dipped together, pooping on each other. I'm not about that. I think so. I put it in my coffee. Yeah. Alright, so 2 different types of bread that I recommend, and a lot of other people recommend. Ezekiel bread, Dave Killer's bread. So the store that we're at right now does not have Ezekiel bread, but we got Dave's Killer bread. So that was actually the one to go. I can be eating a lot more bread. Homeboy it'll be more conservative about it, but we're gonna get that.
Toast Crunch.
Yes.
Cinnamon Toast. Yeah, best cereal out there.
I'll tell you.
It is. It is
My
killer.
favorite here recently.
No, he's a weirdo.
Okay, basically it's Captain Crunch with marshmallows.
Really?
Delicious.
Why don't you just get Captain Crunch?
It's
this
with
got
marshmallows.
Oh.
Think about like Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms is alright.
Right.
The marshmallows is what makes it, but if it was Captain Crunch, it'd be a little bit better. This is good. It's delicious. Alright. The debate between brown rice, white rice. White rice. That's it. That's all you need to know. White rice. White rice. Study shows white rice. So this one.
Oh, that's
Quinoa. I didn't know if you're recording. Quinoa is good, aka quinoa, right? That's how we all say it. Quinoa, protein, good carbs. That is something that is very, very beneficial to you. So if you don't want to do rice, you can do this. Which actually I give him a list of what replaces what. For example, chicken, versus turkey. You know, you can replace those, you can swap them. So it's kind of the same thing, which is quinoa, very good for you. To carb up, for me, let's say I ain't got much time or I'm running, you know, I'm on the go, start to carb up, just get these, it's really quick, just throw it in the mic or stove. You can even do microwaves, whatnot. But I'd eat this whole thing, it's what, like 8 grams of carbs. Potatoes in a bag. It's good.
No, it's not.
It's good, yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Can you read the ingredients, please?
How much time do we have? 50. Tell you what. Okay, so here's the thing about it. He's not gonna have it, but I'll have it. I'll fit it in my macros. Everybody's always asking, Miracle Whip versus Male. What are you?
Miracle Whip.
What are you?
Miracle Whip.
What?
Yes.
Okay, if you get
It's
Mayo,
so light
like regular,
and
like
citrusy.
look at that. Hellman's Mayo. That's real. It's delicious.
No.
It's a lot better than Miracle Whip.
Look.
It's good.
It is
Whip
gross.
is-
Yeah.
Sauces. So find a sauce you like. But here's the thing. Love mustard. Love mustard because there's nothing in it but just a little bit of sodium. And so mustard seed is actually good for you. So you cover everything with mustard. Stay with things about ketchup. This is like corn syrup.
Everybody was barbecue.
We're looking at barbecue sauce. This dude right here. The ingredients, fairly good. In here is absolutely nothing. Versus like ketchup, we're looking at how many carbs, whatnot. So it's like a tablespoon versus serving. So you're literally using the tablespoons. Nobody wants to do that. This literally has nothing in here basically. Now the taste, it's all right. Probably scale maybe a 7, 6.
Because it's not sweet.
Yeah, it's not the best. So this is a good alternative now. My favorite though, the best barbecue sauce in the game, hot and spicy. I'm telling you what, Head Country wins. We're nothing to it. So things like almond butter. Almond butter is a replacement of peanut butter. Almonds a lot much better than peanuts. So if you're getting almond butter, make sure it says raw on it. Make sure they're raw almonds, not chemicals on it and everything. So raw almond butter versus peanut butter. Peanut butter and milk, those are like the two best things to be able to put on gain weight if you just eat it, and that's not kind of the goal. But anyway, so I would have some peanut butter. He would have some raw almond butter. Now if you want some jam or just look for something that has the ingredients that's good. So we're trying to avoid sucralose, dextrose. We're trying to avoid things like corn syrup. So a whole bunch of different things that we want to avoid out of the ingredients. So just kind of find something that fits good for you and that fits your macros. Really the whole goal. Ben and Jerry, two best dudes to ever be in the game. I'll tell you what. But I've been on a fiend for some sherbet. So
Sorbet.
So I get some Highlands. Highlands tastes good because the raspberry is freaking delicious. I don't see Highland. That's a problem. Runner up would be this one right here. For good old sherbet. Now this thing is fat free. So for me, being that I can have a lot more carbs than we're gonna have fats, is at night just kind of throw down some of this in moderately. But if I wanted something that had a little bit more fats, and I'll get some, chocolate, get some caramel, get some good stuff, but it's fat free, not the good type of carbs, but it tastes delicious. All right, brother. See you, man. We're gonna be working hard 1, 2, 3 months, man.
That's right.
Tell you what,
That's right.
we got big things to come.
Heck yeah.
All right, so Elizabeth just showed me this. How about you being the man? All right, here.
I just got a mango from Walmart and I was squishing it to make some mango juice and then poked a hole in the top and then you just drink the mango pulp.
This. Yo! That's cool.
Yeah.
Ew.
Alright, so let's talk the bulking versus cutting. Now you saw what's in our baskets. It looks fairly the same. The only difference is I had some things like a little bit more food, but also like ice cream or pizza or some things that's not as healthy, But here's the thing about bulking versus cutting. You're gonna be eating the same foods. It's the same thing. And the reason why is because bulking doesn't mean pizza, ice cream, you know, eat whatever you want all the time. The thing about bulking is you can eat whatever you want, however, you can't eat whatever you want. You gotta fit it in the macros. So we gotta make sure we're taking in the right amount of protein. We gotta make sure we're taking in the right amount of fats. We gotta make sure we're taking in the right amount of carbs. But we also gotta keep in mind, not all carbs are the same, not all fats the same, not all proteins the same. We got different sources, and we want to make sure we have those different carbs. So if we got simple carbs like table sugar, like ice cream, versus complex carbs like grains, rice, you know, things like that, it's two different things, and our body's going to process it two different ways, and it's going to react in two different ways. With cutting, we're gonna have a little, you know, less. Well, it depends on what training technique you are wanting, what kind of what training technique you desire to have, what fits you. But also, if you're open-minded, then you're going to do what you need to do to be able to reach your goal and to be able to meet your needs as quick as possible. So there's different things we could go, like keto, we could carb cycling, or protein diet. Now that would be whatever the person that you know, your trainer or your nutritionist, that would be what they decide, and they decide to put you on. So with Tristan, we're cutting out some carbs, because carbs, and then we got to look at what type of body style are you, you know, ectomorph, you know, mesomorph. We look at what type of body style are you, and how well does your body process and handle carbs, things like that. So the thing about it is we want to keep our carbs low, and we want to go a little bit higher in protein, a little bit higher in fats, and then we'll go on a refeed day throughout the week. So this way, carbs is great. We need carbs. Carbs is glucose, you know, that's going to be our main energy for our body, you know, it's blood sugar. So with that being said, that's why we have that refeed, so we can get the energy back. Cutting out carbs and just completely, I don't recommend it. That's just me, because carbs play a big role in it. Now carbs though, however, can put some weight on you, so that's why we would go ahead and decide and say, okay, let's cut back on the carbs, and let's go ahead, let's put it higher in protein and higher in fats, and then we'll do a refeed day. So that's why if we look in his basket, he had not as much as food as me, a little bit different, but for the main part, it's the exact same. And that's what we got to keep in mind. No matter cutting, bulking, we're gonna eat the same foods. Now bulking, like we said, it can have a little bit more variety. We can splurge a little bit, indulge ourselves in that deliciousness, but at the same time, we got to fit our macros. So like we said, it depends on what training style you're going for with nutrition, but food, it's gonna be about the same thing. Now do keep in mind, this is not all the food that you have to eat. This is just an example of something to eat, some, you know, healthier foods or some greens, but there's so many more options out there. It depends on you know what you know, meal you're putting together. You know, you can go with cheese, you know, fat-free cheese, or whatever. You know, you got some dairy, some yogurt, or some what is those, some noodles. What's the noodles you eat?
Zucchini spirals.
Zucchini spiral noodles. Basically, there's a whole bunch of different variety out there for you, but the goal is to just cut away from the corn syrup, cut away from the sucrose, cut away from the dextrose, cut away from the crap that your body does not need, so we can absorb in what we actually need. So that leads to also supplements. What supplements should we take? When should we take them? Why should we take them? That will be in a later video. But remember, food comes first. Supplement, that would only be to supplement our time. So if you're curious about what training we are doing for bulking or cutting, there's another video for this. But if you want to know right now about it before I make that video, go to thedailytrainer.com and check it out. Check out the training style and what we are doing. It's something that you've never seen before. It's basically your Netflix of workouts. So there's a free 7-day trial. Go to thedailytrainer.com, check it out, and I'll see you there. So that's the video. Appreciate you watching. If you got any questions or you just want to reach out and say what's up, DM me, send me a message, comment below, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next video.